How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of the Modders Are Talking podcast. I am Beardshot from Mountain State Modding and Beardshot Gaming, and I have with me Woodsy Al from Mountain State Modding.
Hey guys, how you doing?
So, kind of wanted to just start off this first episode with a little bit about ourselves. As I said, I'm Beardshot. I've been playing Farming Simulator. My first game was Farming Simulator 17. Um, I've been modding since I think it was May 2017 under the Beardshot Gaming name, and I joined in with Mountain State Modding. Oh shoot, I don't know, a while back, sometime. Um, I primarily have made logging maps, but I have made a few farming maps recently. So yeah, it's a little bit about me. You want to tell them a little bit about you, Woodsy?
Sure. Yeah, I'm Woodsy L. Let's see, I started playing Farming Simulator in 2013, the game of 2013. I started modding in 17. I primarily been doing map edits and then progressed into equipment, um, especially concerning the Barco that I worked directly with Robert Tasker on. That's available at our website. And then during that time, I was I was founder of B&W Logging, Ag and Logging, um, and then we parted ways. And Bobcat Logger, myself, and the guys, Red and Mickey and everybody, decided that we wanted to continue having our community. It's a pretty solid community of older gentlemen and I use gentlemen loosely, um, who enjoy playing the game, playing uh, in a realistic fashion. And we were primarily logging, and then now Beardshot and myself and some of the other guys have switched over to farming. In fact, I'm farming right now, so if you hear me delay, that's what I'm thinking. Um, so we are pumping out mods as Mountain State Modding now. We believe in public
Yes,
mods,
yes, no private mods
um,
here.
no private mods. Um, we understand if you believe in it. We just don't. We just don't. So that's what Mountain State Modding is, where it formed, originated, and what it's about. We're a team idea. We enjoy working together on things. Once again, our motto is no public mods or no I in team, type of philosophy. Let's see.
And not to interrupt you there, but one thing I think probably at some point we'll have a whole episode dedicated to our view on private mods.
Hmm.
And
Awesome.
yeah, so, but anyway, I kind of interrupted you there. Go ahead with what you were saying.
That's okay. I'm an older person, so I forget what I'm saying. um, one thing, if you do come check us out, a little plug for us, you can come see us at www.mountainstatemodding.com, or you can email us at mountainstatemodding@gmail.com. Um, Come check out. We have three multiplayer servers. One strictly for the public. We have one that we do our mod testing on for multiplayer, and then we have another one that's pretty pretty open to the public. We're always looking for farmers, loggers, miners. Um, let's see. Uh, fairly error free and issue free servers. So if you ever are in need of a mod and want to have an error or issue free mod, please come check us out. We're open to that. We do believe in the best gameplay experience you can have, and I believe most of the people on the mod team are in understanding of error and issue free.
Yep, it
Uh,
just kind of, you know, errors and issues that on the surface they may not seem like that big of a deal, and some of them maybe they're not, but I find if you have a completely clean log, you're not going to have any trouble. I mean, you may have a conflict here and there, like if you have an error with something, I've seen it cause issues with a completely different mod that you would think would have absolutely nothing to do with it, but it's causing issues. You fix that error from the other mod, and then everything else straightens itself out. So it makes for a better gameplay experience all around, the way I see it.
I agree. 100%. We do take a lot of time and pride, and also if we ever do edit or fix errors or issues in a person's mod, we leave credit is due. We're a firm believer in citing authors correctly. Um, Anything to add to that, Derek? Or
Um,
sorry.
who's Derek? Um,
Yeah.
no, but yeah, I mean, basically you said it. I mean, there's been several, maps, and like with the Millennial Farmer map, I guess would be a good example. There was a lot of issues with that, and I think we fixed the majority of them. But we don't claim for something like that to be our own. And, it was Millennial Farmer map was made by Mapper's Paradise, and we left. I even put a sign in the map, saying who it was made by. Typically, that's what I like to do. Is if we edit a map, I like to put a sign kind of at the spawn point, saying, this is an edit by Mountain State Modding, and this is what we fixed on it, and this was the original map maker or mod, whatever the mod may be. I mean, obviously, if we fix a vehicle, we're not going to put a sign in the vehicle, but you get what I'm saying.
Yes. And the other thing that I think would be very helpful for us as this hits the community out there, if you guys have any comments or suggestions for the podcast, we believe in a community-based philosophy. So if you want to hear or see something, we'll try and accommodate that as best as possible. You can email us at, I think you have email, don't you, Beer Chuck?
We can just use the Mountain State Modding one. It's fine.
Okay. We also have a Facebook page. I forgot to plug that in, and Beer Chat does too. So,
Yeah,
um,
so my and I'll post the links and things. But my Facebook is facebook.com/beardshotgaming, and then the Mountain State Modding, I believe, is it facebook.com/Mountain State Modding, or do you know the URL on it?
I don't. If, like you said, it will be in the link below. But
Yeah, I'll get it linked for anybody that's
um,
interested.
somebody who has been with me since B&W, Gibbs, is his name. He runs the Facebook page. So that's the other thing is we have Gaming Designs runs our website. So we're just a collective bunch of guys. We share the camaraderie, we share the responsibility, and there is no specific uh, and when you come to our Discord is Mountain State Modding. Um, and when you come into the Discord, you'll see the family and the extended family, and what that is just exactly what it says. Um, and then let's see, then there's some watchdogs, which some guys from like Black Sheep Modding. We got people in here that are like moderators, if you will. And
Also
then
from North Modding as well.
and North Modding, yeah. And so we just want to pull the community together and have a non-toxic community. Um, we've seen that the community is getting pretty
Divided.
uh, divided. Yeah, great word. Um, and uh, we want to bring people back together and just have fun gaming. That's the reason I started playing this game. Once I started playing this game, I really enjoyed the game, and then I learned that it was a multiplayer game, and then I had that experience of playing multiplayer with logging, and I started with FDR um, and Jordan them guys, and I really enjoyed doing multiplayer farming slash logging. So And with that being said, you can't have a toxic community and do that.
Yeah, and I
I,
think that's kind of a good place to transition into the main topic that we were going to cover today is I'm sure if somebody's listening to this, they've seen the post that I put up a couple days ago about my map, Boulder Canyon logging map. Um, but if you don't know about it, basically what happened was I had submitted the map to Giants. Was going to get it on to their mod hub for console players. I mean, I could just release it elsewhere for PC, but it's not going to help people on console. But what happened was basically I submitted it, and I guess they reviewed it and done all their thing, and I guess it didn't pass because not because there was anything wrong with the map, but because they say they're not uploading any more logging maps. And I'll just pull up here real quick the exact quote from. I should have already had this ready, but I wasn't even thinking about it. It'll take me 1 second here. Um, it says, um, couldn't certify your mod. Please review your mod and resubmit, which is normally what, if you submit a mod, that's what they would put, if it didn't pass or whatever. And then there's a certification report that they give you and tell you what you need to fix to get it on Mod Hub. So in this case, there's nothing wrong with the mod or with the map itself, but under the certification report it says, I'm afraid we have released a lot of forestry maps and won't upload more of them. Thanks for understanding. So, I mean, I've talked privately with a couple other people about the whole situation. When it comes to logging, I started out making logging maps. All I did was log for a very long time, but personally, I'm just not interested in it interested in it anymore. Um, but that doesn't mean that there's not a ton of people out there that are, and this is by no means meant to be taking a shot at anybody from Giants or at anybody else for that matter, but I don't think that you should be limiting maps from going on to your mod hub just because of the type of map it is. I mean, I get that the name of the game is Farming Simulator, not Logging Simulator, but logging is a feature that's built into the base game. That's not there's logging equipment that ships with the game without having to have any kind of mod. And if you're going to have that in there, why not allow the maps? I mean, if you're going by that theory, I mean, they've uploaded a ton of farming maps. They've uploaded a ton of cultivators. They've uploaded a ton of John Deere tractors. Like, why single out one particular type for just the reason that you've uploaded too many of them? I mean, you've uploaded tons of other things too, but you continue to upload those. So, I don't want, like, whenever I posted that, I never meant for it. I never, for one, I never expected it to go viral like it's gone. Like, and I wasn't like trying to start like a big war or a big divide in the community, and that's basically what has happened. Like, I've seen on so many posts, like people post about it that they're mad that they're not letting, logging map on the mod hub. And I get that, they like logging, and if that's what you like to do, then that's the reason you bought the game, and that's what you want to do. But then on the flip side, there's the so-called farming purists that don't want to do any logging, and that's fine too. I would probably put myself in that category now, but at the same time, I don't want to single out anyone just because of the way they like to play the game. Like, if you want to go do farming all the time, then go for it. If you want to do logging all the time, then do it. Like, I don't the I guess the point I'm trying to make is I don't want to cause people to argue with each other over it. If anything, what we should be doing is coming together and not necessarily petitioning, but suggesting to Giants that as long as a mod passes their certification as far as being error free and passing their criteria, you shouldn't keep it off or unavailable for people just because it's a logging map. You know,
Yes.
you have
Agree
anything?
100%. And you'll notice on the Mountain State Modding website that most of the map edits were logging stuff that we switched over, excuse me, to logging only. But I too have switched over and joined the game in the farming aspect. But we're also including all aspects of it. We use the mining, construction, economy map. We love that one. So you can do just about anything. That's the neat thing about this game is whatever is your fancy or tickles your fancy, you can do it. And I agree, we shouldn't be confined or restricted to just one idea.
Right. And that's what, to me, that's what makes this game such a good game. You know, we can sit here and have a server of farming and farm forever, but eventually, I mean, not everybody, but for me, and I think for you as well, eventually we're going to get bored of farming and want to do something else. And Farming Simulator gives you the freedom to go do some logging or go do, some mining or, basically, I mean, whatever you want to do, basically. I mean, it gives you the freedom to do that, and I just don't think restricting it to me it seems like they're trying to completely get away from everything except farming. And if that's what they want to do, it's their game. I mean, I'm not one to tell them what they do with their game by any means, but I just think that you know it's it's not just farming that people like doing on this game. There's people who bought this game. I know several people, and you do too, that bought this game just to log. Like they don't farm at all. You know.
Right. And I understand if they don't have the capacity to hold that many mods. Um, so there is other mod share sites out there. The sad thing about the other mod share sites is there's the toxicity of the community around those. It keeps a lot of modders from wanting to upload to those sites.
Yep.
So we as people, once again, back to us as the community members, need to properly cite, not rip off people's stuff. And when I say that, once you release a mod to anybody over the internet, you stand the chance of it becoming a public figure in the internet world.
Right.
So maybe if you can keep that in mind, that once you let somebody else have it out of your computer, it's worldwide. Um,
Yep.
and
Exactly.
you know, like I said, just be mindful of that. That you don't have any control once you hit that enter button.
And that's the thing. Like the whole. That's why I switched to just doing my mods on Farming Simulator Mod Hub, just because of the toxicity of the other mod sites. And at the end of the day, like, I understand, like, it doesn't bother me when I post a mod on a mod site and all the other mod sites have it 15 minutes later. Like, I don't care. At the end of the day, that's just more people that are seeing the mod. But what gets me is I know for a fact there's people who just go on these mod sites. Like, I guess they have nothing better to do in their lives except for go on mod sites and not even download the mod and just rate it 1 star and comment how bad it is. And people like that are just, well, that's something that we'll get into in another episode. But
Another chapter, huh?
yeah, but that's the main reason why. Basically, the point of what I'm saying is that's why I switched to releasing things through Giants Mod Hub and through our Mountain State Modding website to get away from those mod sites. But now, if Giants is gonna, I can release my mods all day long, and I'll continue to release my mods through our website. But I know there's a lot of people, including people in our own Mountain State modding community, that play on console and they don't have PC.
Hmm.
And those people are just, I mean, basically they're just being left in the dark because, I mean, I guess I don't have the game on console, but I'm assuming there's some logging maps on console now. I mean, well, I know there is, but I'm sure people are going to eventually get bored of those maps and want to play more, but I guess they're not going to be able to get more. I mean, I don't know.
Hmm. And I think we've heard from the community, and it's entirely up to Beardshot if he resubmits. But I think the community wants resubmission. I think Giants answered to the community. Not to put you on the spot, Beardshot. Um,
Well, I mean, I uh, I put in a ticket to them basically asking if there's any way around it. Can I add a field and a basic farm sell point or anything like that? So I haven't heard back from that yet. So if they respond to that, then and tell me what I need to do, then I'll do it. But if they never respond to it, then I guess I'll just release it to the exclusive to the Mountain State modding site and be done with it. I mean, I know that doesn't help console modders, but I tried at least.
yep, appreciate that. So yeah, please, any ideas or any suggestions for the podcast, we're open to it. You know, just because we don't agree with your idea, please don't hold that against us. We're gonna do the best, uh, and we'll use our community, our Mountain State modding community, probably as a sounding board for podcast episodes. I don't know how Derek felt about that. You guys, we just started this, so but I think it really there's some big points to be talked about in the community and relayed and conversed. Also, hopefully, we can get some other modders on here to share some of their tips, tricks, and techniques. So maybe we could have a podcast, episode triple T or something like that.
Right.
You know, it's the world's out there, so um,
Yep. And so I think that's probably a good place to leave off on this first episode. You got anything else you want to add, or?
no, just have fun, enjoy the game. The other thing that I want to plug in on our Discord and our Mountain State modding, we also support other games, and we have other multiplayer server games that we do, like 7 Days to Die. Let's see, I'm looking at them right here. Uh,
Well, and
uh,
another big
Game.
one as we record this, I don't know when it'll be released, hopefully today, but as we record it's August 12th, and 6 days from now Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 releases, and I know there's a few of us, including myself, that are going to be into that game quite a bit as well.
Right. And we have an ATS multiplayer company. So in Truckers MP, as soon as they update for Idaho, we'll probably get the trucking company going for Idaho. Let's see, what else did we do? Atlas. We played Bigfoot. We played Green Hell, The Forest, Outlaws of the West. We've done multiplayer servers. We're always looking at other games to keep people occupied.
Yep,
So
exactly.
come come check us out once again at www.mountainstatemodding.com. You can get a link to the Discord through that. I'm sure Beardshot will put links down below. Uh,
Yeah, well, I'll
and
have links to everything. I'll have links to, our Facebook pages, to the Discord, to the website and everything, so you'll be able to, if you're interested in any of that, it'll all be there for you.
and also, if you do join our Discord, there's a when you enter the Discord, it asks you if you're PC or console. Also, there's an age restriction on there, so if you're a parent right now listening, um, please you know, we're really mindful about the age of the audience. And we're pretty much everybody who's in our family or extended family are adults. Some of us have children. We understand. Some of us have children that game with us. So, like for instance, I'm a 50-year-old male or man who enjoys gaming. You know, and it's I started out with Pong and on Atari 20 or 2600. So even though I'm a 50-year-old person, I can still enjoy gaming and doing stuff with other ages, and that's what's really neat is how it brings different age brackets together.
Yep, exactly. I mean, and I'm 28, so what other? I mean, there's not really other many things other than gaming where you have a 50-year-old man and a 28-year-old man that live 3,000 miles apart that are doing a podcast together. So,
And we became best friends because we built bunk beds.
yep, that's true.
That's
And
an inside joke.
yep, yeah. As this podcast progresses, you'll hear plenty of these inside jokes. I'm sure it ain't that bad.
It ain't that bad.
So I guess that's probably a good place to leave it off. And unless you have anything else to add, I guess we'll end it here and see everyone in the next episode.
See y'all later.